David Beckham, who in 1998 used to play for Manchester United. He was 23 years old. He wore the number 7. He played for the English national team and he was a creative wide attacker. Jadon Sancho, who also plays for Manchester United in 2023, who is 23 years old, who is also a creative wide attacker and plays for the English national team. The commonalities between the two players don't just end here. Both of these players were victims of social abuse and harassment, as well as manager mistreatment. So, how is it that two players who have so much in common can have such different career trajectories? On one hand, we have Beckham, who won a treble with his team. On the other hand, we have Jadon Sancho, who has been frozen out of his team and has been underperforming for the last 2 years. On one hand, we have Beckham, who became a club legend. On the other hand, we have Jadon Sancho, who's probably going to get sold from this team. So let's dive deeper into these commonalities between the two players. During the World Cup of 1998, before the tournament started, English manager Glenn Hoddle gave a comment in a press conference that Beckham was distracted, that his head was in the tournament. This comment was a direct question mark on David Beckham's professionalism. During the tournament, when Beckham got a red card, got sent off, and English lost the match, Glenn Hoddle again in the post-match conference said that his red card cost him the team, that it was a big factor on why he lost. This made David Beckham a scapegoat. So you could say that David Beckham was mistreated by his manager. After these comments, after he became a scapegoat, a never before seen hate, media hunt, and harassment was directed towards David Beckham. No matter where he went in England, he was constantly harassed, abused, spit on. It got so bad that there was an effigy hung outside a bar in UK of David Beckham. Even inside the matches, he was constantly booed, abused for almost a year. He was really, really hated on a level which was never seen before. So you could say that David Beckham was a victim of extreme social harassment and mistreatment of his manager. Jadon Sancho in 2021 Euros missed the penalty, and as a collective result, England got knocked out. After England got knocked out, Jadon Sancho was a victim of racism and social harassment. He was a victim of extreme racist comments and cyberbullying. It got so bad that Jadon had no choice but to delete his social media. After this, in 2023, Erik Ten Hag, after a loss to Arsenal, came out to a press conference in which he was asked the question of why was Jadon not selected into the squad, to which Erik replied that his training levels are not adequate. You could say that this was also an example where Jadon feels like he was mistreated by his manager. So, what happened after both of these players were victims of social harassment and mismanagement? In David Beckham's case, he showed in the documentary, he showed in real life that he loved football more than anything. He gave his 100% on the field so that he can prove his haters wrong. He decided not to give any statements, not to give any comments to the public and to the media. He instead decided that he wanted to prove everyone wrong, doing the thing he loves, that is football. He wanted to give such good performances in football that it would prove all of his haters, all of his abusers wrong. And that's what he did. With every setback, he improved his performance to such a level that he was vital to the team that won the treble in 1999. He was instrumental in the late two winners that won us the UEFA Champions League. David Beckham proved his love for football came before anything else. He gave and died on that football field for the club, for the badge, Manchester United. Not only that he gave his everything for Manchester United, but he also returned to the English national team. He didn't give up on the English national team. He still played for them, even with the history of the abuse he got. He became the English national captain and then gave a spectacular performance in the Greece match where he scored a spectacular free kick to ensure England's qualification to the next World Cup. Hence, he proved with his effort that he can overcome this, that he would prove his haters wrong, and that he will continue to play football. In Jadon Sancho's case, after the Euros 2021, he got a transfer to Manchester United. And after this transfer, Jadon Sancho did not replicate his form that he showed at Dortmund. He never showed the same flair, same aggressiveness, same creativeness in attack that he showed at Dortmund. It could be that all of the social abuse and social harassment made him lose his confidence. That because of that, he was never able to replicate his form at Manchester United. He never seemed to give 100% on the field. It always felt like he was saving his energy, that he was not giving everything that he had on the field, that he maybe did not love Manchester United as we all thought as fans. When Erik Ten Hag joined the club, he decided to give Jadon Sancho 3 months break so that he can recover and come back stronger. This was never seen before in football, where an important high-profile player was given 3 months off mid-season so that they can recover themselves. So the question then comes: why would Jadon Sancho blame his manager for scapegoating him when he has been protecting him, when he has been giving him breaks to recover himself? Why would he? Why would the manager try to scapegoat him when he has been going to such extents to protect him? You could also say that another argument that Jadon felt that Erik Ten Hag was attacking his professional image, that Erik Ten Hag was attacking his professionalism by giving a comment about his training intensity. But if you look at it from another angle, managers have always criticized their players. Some of the recent examples would be when Pep Guardiola criticized Calvin Phillips for coming back overweight from the World Cup. Another issue was when Pep and Cancelo had some disagreements and Pep Guardiola decided to axe him from the team. He sent him out on loan to Bayern Munich in January, and then he also decided to send him out on loan to Barcelona in the summer. Pep Guardiola decided to axe him from the team really quickly, but João Cancelo did not come out into the public to give comments, to give a statement about it. In regards to Manchester United, Mourinho has often criticized Shaw that he is not up to the standards of Manchester United. But Shaw did not give comments. He kept his head down, he trained harder, and he proved time and time again that he's one of Manchester United's most important players. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. When Erik Ten Hag came in, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was more or less frozen out of the team. Everyone thought that he will be sold sooner or later. But after the World Cup, Bissaka got his chance to play into the team. And every game, he gave his 110%. He improved so much that now he is a first choice right back, that he cannot be sold. Even the club, as poorly run as Manchester United, has realized the qualities of Wan-Bissaka now, after he has improved himself, and are looking into offering him a 1 year contract. Another angle that you can look at is that Jadon felt that Erik Ten Hag attacked his image as a professional athlete, that he attacked his image of a footballer by saying he has low intensity. So did Jadon really feel that his image was getting threatened? Because if you look at David Beckham, he is the player who started modern football icons. He was the first player who really got into commercialization. into sponsorship, into working with brands. He paved the way for modern footballers to work with brands all over the world. David Beckham still has one of the biggest footballing images. So why is it that even in 1998, even when Beckham was one of the biggest superstars of football, that he did not let comments from Glenn Hoddle or comments from the media affect him, that he did not let him affect his image, that he continued to play the game to prove his haters wrong. Yet Jadon Sancho decides to keep out of the game, to keep out of the team, to continue this spat with Erik Ten Hag and remain frozen out of the team, not playing football at all. Jadon hasn't played a game of football for over a month or maybe 2 months now. Does he really love Manchester United that he's willing to stay out of the team for so long and let the team suffer when he can see that United are struggling in season? If he really loved United, would he have decided to not apologize and stay out of the club? So, where does Sancho go from here? Will he learn from the Beckham documentary that he needs to prove himself on the field? That staying out of the team, that staying out of the ground will not help his case, that it will only grow his haters more spiteful. Everyone knows that Jadon Sancho is a world-class talent because of the abilities he showed at Dortmund. We would all love nothing more than Jadon Sancho to come back into that confidence, to come back into that form, and to set the world ablaze at Manchester United, to prove every one of his haters wrong with his goals, assists, and contributions. We all want Jadon to succeed at the club, but that cannot happen if he continues to stay frozen out, if he continues with this pact, with this fight with his own manager. If this stalemate continues, I can only see this ending one of two ways. Either Jadon leaves the club or he waits until Ten Hag leaves the club. Whatever happens, only Jadon Sancho can decide. This untold connection should have a positive impact on Jadon Sancho for the good future of Manchester United. But whether that will be the result or not, only time will tell. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.